Hello, welcome back to the channel. So we've got some key details on the stimulus checks that you don't want to miss out on. I hope you are staying safe and I hope you are having a wonderful day today. So right now we're seeing several reports coming out of Washington that the Democrats have introduced a new bill. We're going to talk about what exactly is in this bill and everything you deserve to know about this bill here shortly. Then we'll talk about the Trump impeachment and what congressional lawmakers are saying right now about Trump's impeachment. This is something that's getting so much attention and so much momentum in Washington right now. Then we'll talk about what the White House just signaled about the stimulus checks and the stimulus package. So everything you deserve to know when it comes to what's happening right now within the past 24 hours with the stimulus package and other critical information, we'll talk about it here shortly. But before we dive in, if this is your first time stopping by this channel, welcome. Consider subscribing now to join this amazing community to stay informed on the latest stimulus updates, economic updates, and financial tips for your financial wellness and success. And one more thing, if you support more financial help to struggling Americans during this period, give this video a thumbs up and share this video with other people to help them get this information quicker. People deserve to know what exactly is going on with the stimulus package right now. So let's jump right into it. What exactly are we seeing? So what we're seeing right now is the new bill from top Democrats. What exactly is in this bill? So that's the biggest question most people are asking right now. So the biggest thing that we are seeing in this bill, or what exactly this bill is focused on, is raising the minimum wage. So this bill is intended to increase the minimum wage to $15 per hour by the year 2025. So this bill is not wanting to do it today. It is intending to do this slowly and have the minimum wage at $15 per hour by 2025. And according to this bill right here, it does say that the raise, so this bill is known as the Raise the Wage Act. So the goal of this bill is to fulfill a key pillar of the Biden administration's American Rescue Plan. So this is in line with the Biden administration's plan based on what we're seeing. And according to this, nearly 32 million Americans, 32 million, will benefit from this bill. So this bill is this bill is intended to get 32 million Americans a raise by the year 2025. And a majority of these 32 million people are essential workers and frontline workers. So this is very interesting, and I do want to get your thoughts on this in the comment section below. So what next are we seeing now when it comes down to this bill? This is something that House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and the new Senate leader Chuck Schumer and President Biden all support. So there seems to be support from top Democrats and also the president himself in what we're seeing here. And the Democrats do have control of the Senate, the House, and also they hold the office of the presidency. So right now it does seem like the chances of this passing is pretty much likely. I mean, it's pretty much high than what we saw if this bill were introduced in the previous administration. But I do want to get your thoughts on this in the comment section below. So when it comes to the stimulus, we're seeing a report from CNBC that the White House has signaled that it could agree to a narrowly targeted stimulus check. Now, we've talked about several reports out there that did indicate that President Joe Biden has said, or it has expressed his willingness to negotiate the stimulus check amount, the stimulus check parameters, not the amount. So right now, the latest report that we're seeing out there is coming from a top economic advisor to President Joe Biden. And according to this report, Brian Deese, who is the top economic advisor to the president, did make it clear. He did tell CNBC that when it comes to the checks, we put forward a proposal that passed in the House with 275 votes, and 44 Republicans voted for this very increase of the stimulus checks. Then he goes on to say that certainly if there are ways to make that provision and other provisions more effective, that's something that we're open to and that we'll have conversations about. So this shows that the White House is willing to have some type of discussion or some type of negotiation on the stimulus package and the stimulus checks in particular. So this just signal some type of acceptance to having a conversation, to sitting down and talking about the specifics of this package. Now, Now, what exactly are we going to see when it comes to the stimulus checks? Will it be the income threshold? Will it be who qualifies for the checks? Now, all of these are all in there, but what exactly will depend on the final publication or the final reports that we get to see. Now, when it comes down to a very interesting report that we're seeing right now, the Washington Post just released this report that did indicate that cutting off stimulus checks to Americans earning over $75,000 could be wise. So this is according to a new data from experts. This is a big one. The reason why this is a big one is that this will impact the number of people who will get the next checks. So if you have a family, so according to this report, if you have a family that makes over $75,000, the new data from this report is suggesting that those families will not get a dime from the next stimulus check. So this is big. This is not per individual. Just to be clear, the last stimulus checks that we saw, the last two stimulus checks that we saw, gave single people or individuals who are making $75,000 or less the full amount. Now, when it came to the first stimulus checks, people who are making over $75,000, they see a $5 reduction for every $100 that they made. Now, the interesting thing about this is that this is no longer for single people. So this is for people with combined income. According to this study, according to this new data, they're saying that the data that they did see from the past two stimulus checks does indicate that the people who really need the stimulus checks are people who are making families. So families, not individuals, families who are making under $75,000. I want to get your thoughts on this in the comment section below, because this right here is really huge. In fact, let me reference some of the things that we're seeing in this report. So according to this report, some economists, some experts from Harvard and very reputable institutions did mention that the resulting spending that they did see from the people who were surveyed that got the second stimulus checks. And according to this report, it does say that the price tag to send another round of stimulus checks to couples who are earning more than $75,000 and singles who are earning more than $50,000 will be $200 billion. So just by doing this, they're going to be able to save $200 billion. And the researchers are basically estimating that people who make over $78,000 only spend $15 billion of that money. So that's about 7%. So it does show, basically, just to summarize all of this report right here, what I've seen according to this report, or what I read according to this report, is that the people who made over $75,000 didn't really spend any money from the new data that we're seeing right now. So the new data does suggest that people who really spent the money quickly and got the money into the economy, because remember, consumer spending is what we need. Some people got the stimulus checks and they put it away, but the people who got the stimulus checks and put it to work in the economy, those who spent the money were basically the main people who they figured needed checks, and these are people making under $75,000. So if you make under $75,000 as a family, and if you are single and you make under $50,000, then from this study, this does indicate that you will be getting the check. So I mean, no one knows if the Biden administration or if Congress will adopt the result of this study, but if they go with this study, that does mean that they're going to save $200 billion. And I'm sure a lot of lawmakers will like what's in here, but I do want to get your thoughts on this in the comment section below. This is a big one right now. So let's jump right into the other reports that we're seeing. So there's a new report here from Axios and other outlets that most Senate Republicans have joined Senator Rand Paul in his efforts to dismiss Trump's second impeachment. And so this is the Trump second impeachment trial, and as many as 45 GOP lawmakers have voted no to this. So they basically voted to determine if the impeachment is unconstitutional. So this is a very big thing that we're seeing right now. And according to this report from Axios, Majority Leader Chuck Schumer had then asked for a vote to the table to table the motion, and then this basically killed Rand Paul's point of order that the measure passed with 55 to 45 votes. So right now, it does seem like a lot of GOP lawmakers are basically questioning how constitutional this impeachment is. And here's a report from Rand Paul. So this is exactly what Rand Paul said. So Rand Paul tweeted out and he said, "The Senate just voted on my constitutional point of order. 45 senators agree that this sham of a trial is unconstitutional. That is more than will be needed to acquit and to eventually end the partisan impeachment process. The trial is dead on arrival in the Senate. So this is what we're seeing from a GOP lawmaker, Rand Paul. I do want to get your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Now, when it comes down to it, nearly all GOP lawmakers have voted against the impeachment of Trump. So this is signaling, according to the Washington Post, a likely acquittal. So when it comes to the Biden plan, Joe Biden is planning to have 200 million more vaccine doses. So he's planning on ordering, or he's ordered 200 million more vaccine doses. So this should go a long way to crush the virus, and this should help pretty quickly. He just announced this today, and this will boost the vaccine. So I do want to get your thoughts on this as well in the comment section below. Before you leave, just to say, if you were looking to make some extra money from the comfort of your home while we wait for Congress to finalize this stimulus package, be sure to check out the exclusive and helpful videos on the left. These videos will help you get started right now, boosting your income, making some money from home. Stay safe and see you in the next update. Thank you for watching.